Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Again, we want to look at a few topics this morning where dancehall artist Beenie fainted at his mother's funeral. That's one. Two, we want to look at an incident that happened on the highway where a biker had a close shave with his and his pillion rider life in the wet condition. And then we want to look at marketing executive from who lost his life in a tragic circumstances at the beach in Treasure Beach down there in St. Elizabeth. But first up, we want to talk about dancehall artist Moses Davis Beenie, whose mother funeral was on Sunday, and in St. Elizabeth he attended the funeral, and we have the video. I'll show you. It's not a long video. It's 30 seconds long, where he was overcome with grief and eventually was unable to stay on his feet. It is later said that he actually fainted, and based on the video you saw a lot of persons going into frenzy, chaos, when the DJ could not stand on his feet. You could also see some men lifting Beenie away from the site. But you know, it's a situation that I can understand. You know, losing your mother is not a very easy thing to deal with. You understand? You can get a wife again, you can get almost anything again, but when you lose a mother, she can't be replaced. His mother was a 63-year-old, and she suffered from a bout of illness. We could also remember Beenie coming and asking us to pray for his mother. She eventually lost her battle and died. And you know, he broke down on several occasions. Even when his mother was sick, you saw persons in the entertainment industry coming and offering their sympathy towards the dancehall veteran. And you know, it's just a rough, tough situation, and we call out to the DJ to be strong at this time. His mother's name was Lilith Soul. We also understand that at present Beenie is building, he said he was going to build a community center in honor of his mother. I think somewhere in Waterhouse. I think his mother and his grandfather, if I can remember. But it's a very difficult and traumatic time for him, coming to terms the losing of his mother. How close he was with his mother also would have caused the situation to unfold even more. But you know, we hope the DJ will stay strong, and you know, this too shall pass, Beenie, and this will make you stronger. But you know, you can imagine the onlookers there, how scared they were when they saw this incident happen. The only thing I wanted to urge these people, because when I look at the video, I saw, well, the situation was that he was fainted, so I did not expect to see social distancing there. Everybody would be panicking. But when you look at the overall thing, there's a lot of persons there, and I saw absolutely no mask there. So that's another recipe for disaster. The fact that he's lost his mother, you didn't want him to lose anybody else there based on the fact that COVID is around. So you can let me know what you think, and we offer our sympathy to Moses Davis, aka Beenie. You can take a look at the video, which is about 30 seconds long. The other situation we want to look at is Mouse 360 founder Andre Burnett, who died in a tragic drowning incident in Treasure Beach on Sunday. I don't want to add any fuel to the fire, but I mean, we had a situation of bad weather, so I don't know what happened. Why he would take himself up and go to the beach in the midst of this bad weather. However, it is reported that around 3:30, Burnett was in the beach with waist high water. So, being there in waist high water, you think he would have control, but they said a strong current accompanied by a wave swept him away. And despite what others described to be by onlookers at the location as swift action by persons on the beach, Burnett was not located and subsequently drowned. And on Twitter and all social media platforms, you see a lot of influential members from the political sides, the business sides, all over, offering their condolences to Andre, popularly called Dre. A lot of persons tell us how a good person he was, and he was always motivating them, and he's a Monroe College old boy, right? But sad situation. I mean, with the inclement weather, we didn't expect to be hear of anyone drowning by being at the beach at this time. We lost a father and daughter based on a breakaway there in St. Andrew. Didn't expect to lose a top executive like this in this condition, but we understand based on previous situations that is not the first this Treasure Beach have situations like this, and the persons have also come out and said that on occasions before, waist high water, all of a sudden a current come and took away persons, and is not the first person. Burnett is not the first person who died at this location in this way. So, we ask the persons to be very vigilant, be very careful, especially in this inclement weather. If you can avoid going to the beach, avoid going to the river, it would be best advised. And it's not the time for you to be out there. And even though you're on the roads too, you have to be very careful for rising water will wash you away at this time. So you have to listen to your relevant media houses and take precaution as the Met Office issues its release on a daily basis. But we send our condolences to Andre Burnett and his family. I think he died leaving a 2-year-old daughter and his wife. But all over social media, you can see condolences. He was also a copywriter at OGM Integrated Advertising. Sorry. Then he went on to be a creative director at the department at the lab. And then he established his own company, Muse 360, in 2017. And they say he acted as a financier for local creative talent and was supported by Supreme Ventures Limited, Capital Jamaica, which he had equity stakes in the company. But in 2019, he walked away from the company he founded, citing differences in vision, noting his perspective did not align with other companies. He leaves behind his wife, Rochelle Thomas, and a 2-year-old daughter. So, condolences to his wife, Rochelle, and a 2-year-old daughter is without a father at this point, and I know exactly how that would feel for the 2-year-old child. But as I said, here on My Opinion TV, we offer our sincere condolences to his family and friends. Now we want to show you a small clippings, maybe about 15 seconds long, of a biker on the North Coast or South Coast Highway, not too sure which highway, in the tearing driving rain, and the bike was, going at a good speed. They lost control. The rider and the pillion was thrown from the bike, and you could see the bike skating down the road with the pillion and the rider sprawl across the road. Now, in this weather condition, I don't know who would want to be hitting the road at this point, especially on a bike, right? And then to make matters even worse, the vision is very, very poor on those highways now, based on how hard the rain was falling. And then to make it even worse, the pillion was not wearing an helmet. So we thank God for nothing bad happened. We understand that they both escaped with minor injuries, but this could have all gone so wrong for both persons, because if there was another vehicle coming and coming very fast, it would have been serious problems for the rider and the pillion. But we thank God for his mercies and his protection. None of them was really badly hurt in this incident. But this, I hope this is a lesson to all you bikers out there and to all you persons. This is not the time to be trotting the streets like this. And if you have to go out, please be very, very careful. The road is slippery, so drive at a moderate pace, that it will take you to your location on time and it will take you to your location safely. But as I said, I'm going to show you the video, but when you look at it, this could have all ended up in a different way. We could all be here talking about loss of life based on what happened in this incident. Well, that's it for another program. Until next time, as I said, be safe. We have very wet roads out there, rising water, rough seas, all of those are in the equation at this point. So we ask you to be careful wherever you go, be safe, and always remember, look out for a loved one and look out for a neighbor.